Hello BookTube, my name is Kate and this is my channel, Chapter Kate. Today I'm going to be doing my Monsterathon TBR. So this is my TBR for the entire month of September. I will probably add or subtract things from it as I see fit because I have issues. So what I am not going to do for this video is list all the prompts for the readathon because I've already done that in my Monsterathon announcement video as well as my Monsterathon tag, which is a recommendations video. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be listing the books on my TBR. I might mention if the book happens to qualify for multiple prompt things, but I don't know. I'll probably forget. So I'm just going to be telling you the books that I hope to read next month as well as the little bit of information that I know about them, which in some cases is not much, so sorry. I have 12 books total. There's no way all those are going to get read. Some of them are just extras I threw in, so you just never know when a book's not going to work out, you know? So we're going to start with the smallest book and go big, because that's how I stacked them. Book number 1 is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. This book was recently made into a Netflix series, which me and my husband watched all of, much to the dismay of my psyche. But it was really good. I really did enjoy it. I hear that the book is a lot different from the show, and even just reading the back, I can tell that there's going to be some major differences. So, Hill House is a creepy, super haunted house. Like super haunted house. Like it's super haunted. Stop saying that. No. Yes. Okay. It makes you see things. It messes with your brain. It's trying to separate these 4 individuals that go into the house looking for some answers of some sort about something. So we'll see if I get to this or not. I might not. Who knows? I'm scared of most things. So, but it's not like a huge book. It's only like 233 pages, so it's not, I don't think it would take that long, and plus books that are scarier, I just naturally like read fast because you get anxious and you're like, but it depends on my tolerance for this kind of scary. We'll see. The next book is Space Unicorn Blues by TJ Barrie. Just reading the synopsis alone is a wild ride in itself. There are unicorns, there is disability representation, there is space travel and stuff. Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting situation here. I'm counting unicorn as a monster, a beast of some sort, but it's also in space, so I'm sure there are aliens, which fits the conspiracies team. Also, since it has unicorns and also aliens, it kind of has a genre mix of science fiction and fantasy, in my opinion, so it qualifies. I'm about to read this synopsis to you because it's just so weird. When Jenny Parada, disabled Maori shuttle captain, is contracted to take a shipment to the summit, she must enlist half-unicorn Gary Cobalt, whose horn powers faster than light travel, but he's just been released from prison for murdering the wife of Jenny's co-pilot, Cowboy Jim. When the Reason regime suddenly enact laws making Bala property, however, Jenny's ship becomes the last hope for magic. This is going to be just the best thing. I'm so excited. The next book is The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd. I met Megan Shepherd at a in conversation with Rory Powers, and they were at the bookstore that I recently did a bookstore tour of, and she even signed it, so it's nice and signed. The Madman's Daughter is inspired by The Island of Moreau by H.G. Wells. I heard that the second book was inspired by Frankenstein, so I was like, well, now I have to read it, so that's all I know. Ooh, okay. So, Juliet is the main character. Her father is doing experiments to make animals act like humans, so that's gonna be something. It's got a little bit of genre mixing with science fiction and horror, as well as beasts that are of animal variety. And it's over 400 pages, so this would be a really good book if you're trying to cover a lot of prompts at once, which I honestly suggest anyone do because there are a lot of prompts. Next is Invasion by Luke Reinhardt. This has an alien in it. The beginning of the synopsis kind of reminds me of Home, the Disney movie?
No.
Basically, these furry aliens that are super cute invade the Earth. This one named Louis decides to follow Billy home, but then he starts stealing like a ton of money from banks via the internet, so chaos ensues from there. The next is Seraphina and the Seven Stars by Robert Beatty. This is the 4th book in the Seraphina series. In these books, there are catamounts, which are people that can turn into wild cats. There's also some paranormal stuff in a lot of these, so there's some genre mixing. It's a middle grade book. They're really easy to read through, and they're really cool because they take place in Asheville, North Carolina, at the Biltmore House, where I got engaged. Good memories. The next book is Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Nyan. This is an arc that I got at BookCon, and it has demon creatures. It's a sequel to Girls of Paper and Fire. In this world, there are different casts. The top cast are the demon cast. They are pretty much full animal forms, but they're anthropomorphic. It's weird. And then you have the cast below that, which are sort of a mix of demon and human, and then the lowest cast is the paper cast, and those are humans, basically, with no demon features or anything like that. In the first book, the synopsis was that the main character was chosen as a paper cast member to be one of the Demon King's concubines, essentially. There's female-female romance in these books. I'm not entirely sure what's going to be happening in this book, and I don't want to give anything away because it's a sequel. So next we have Welcome to Night Vale. This is a book by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Craner. This is based off of the podcast Welcome to Night Vale, but it's not like the straight up transcripts from the podcast. There are books of those as well, which I hope to own one day, but I don't yet, so I'm not entirely sure what to expect here. This is in my brain going under the conspiracies prompt, but I do believe it's also 401 pages, so it counts for the over 400 pages prompt as well. Yes, that's 401 pages, so it just makes that prompt. It'll be interesting. I'm excited. Then we have The Boneless Mercies by April Genevieve Tucholke. This author, I read something by her, Wink Poppy Midnight, and I got really upset about it because I expected it to be, I don't know, fantasy of some sort, and it was like a mystery, and I didn't really like it that much. There weren't like high stakes in the mystery. I don't know. I wasn't a fan. But I'm going to try this book because I know it's fantasy. There's a monster in it that's like eating people or something, and then there's like this female sect that they're like, they walk around killing like sick and elderly people, I think. Yeah. They kill the old and the sick for meager pay. But it's merciful, which is where the mercies comes from. I don't know what to expect, but it'll be interesting, and if I don't like it, I'll get rid of the book. So next we have The Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. This was my July pick for the Book of the Month YA box. And just a reminder that I am a Book of the Month YA affiliate, so if you are interested in joining Book of the Month YA, trying it out, I do have an affiliate code. Ow, my shoulders popped. I do have an affiliate code in the description of this video. The main character of this book is a Gumiho, which is a nine-tailed fox that thrives and lives off the energy of men. And that's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's all I needed to know. Oh no, I got a disease. Next we have The Wicked Saints. I still have no idea what this book is about. I've read the synopsis like a million times and something is just not clicking for me. I don't know what it's about. But it looks cool. I heard good stuff about it when the arcs were out and people were talking about them and reviewing them. The back of it said that it was kind of sort of gothic style to it. So that's kind of a genre mix to me, is gothic and I guess fantasy. I'm going to try it out though because I'm really curious about it. But still, I really don't know that much about it because the synopsis is so mysterious and enigmatic that it's like, what are you about though, you know? Guess we'll find out. Then we have my two graphic novels for the month. One is, three graphic novels for the month. Uh-oh. That makes us 13, not 12. The first one is Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. This is a classic creeper and also a graphic novel. I've been wanting to read it for a while, so I finally bought it. The Swamp Thing is like a monster in the swamp made of a lot of like plants and stuff. It sounds like he doesn't want to be monstrous. He wants to help people, but not. Why are people honking? So I'm not sure how that goes for him. Then we have My Favorite Thing is Monsters by Emil Ferris. This is basically a fever dream out of a 10-year-old's imagination. It has this look about it like it's written in a spiral-bound notebook. One of the old giant ones that you'd have in school and would never fill up all the way. But, yeah, so that's the other one. And then, last book is Noelle Stevenson's Nimona. It's a library book, so it's got that shiny on top. This book is the read for September for the comic book club that me and my husband go to, that our friend leads. And I'm not entirely sure what it's about, but I'm super excited to read it. Apparently, it was a webcomic. I've heard a lot of people tell me to read this, so this is a really hyped book for me. I'm excited to read it, but yeah, there's that. And those are all the books that I'm going to try to read for September. I'm not going to be able to read all the books. I just know that, just knowing myself. It's good to know yourself, people. But I'm going to try my best. That I'm going to do. But that's all for this video. If you would like more of this junk, subscribe below. Bye! Tripping over shadows in